I'm inside the house. Uh, I've been all over the United States. I played music everywhere, and oh man, uh, 22 years I played music everywhere, and really never saw anything like that. Maybe little colds or something. Had a traumatic brain injury. Was in a coma. End stage liver. Severe diabetic. This thing's the other things are real, but this is like wow. How could it ever get any worse? I was walking around thinking like, wow, well, if I do get it, it can't be nothing but a, just like any of the other things I've lived through, just more pain, more problems. But I can hang. I can hang. Bullshit. Um, this is real, man, and I'm sure it's going to do a lot of damage for anyone that gets over it, that lives through it. If you live through it, um, you will. You absolutely will experience something at some point in time that's a residual effect of this thing. I mean, it's stupid to think not. It's going to change something genetically, if not within you, maybe your children, if you have any kids yet, or maybe your grandchildren. It's going to change something. To think it don't would be really wrong. How's it feel? Yeah, yeah. With me, in my case, a cough that won't stop, a lot of congestion. Yeah, I did the wrong thing, and I'm always preaching to my wife who has it. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Yeah, but you are human first, and you're gonna do human things. Even when you think you're perfect, there's more room for improvement. So what is perfect? Um, I did. They never talked much about a stomach issue. I never heard that. I never heard anything about having the runs or something. And besides, that would all sound like your regular flu or something. But it's, if you could imagine your typical virus or your typical flu, you got to think of something maybe 10 times worse. Yeah, and if you're older, that part is true. You will it will affect you worse. I just lost my breath. It takes your breath. It takes your breathing. It makes it feel like you're suffocating because your chest is clogged up. I'm on medicine and all this other junk. It doesn't mean it's God. It doesn't really do all that well. It can. I'll have moments to where it's good, and I'm like, wow, I'm almost over this, ain't I? I'm kicking its ass. Yeah, I can kick its ass. No, no. Wherever this thing came from, whether a bat or a laboratory, um, it was designed to make us pretty much, not good with it. Um, you fear for your wife, you fear for your uh, kids, you fear for everything. Um, I saw my mother, and that stuff that makes you feel like you're on acid or something. Wow. Seeing visual contact things. Um, I saw my mother. She came by, she looked at me, and she said, um, I'm going to grab a chocolate cake. And I said, okay. And then I realized, wait a minute, we ain't got no chocolate cake. And because we didn't want to eat it because none of us felt like it. And she goes, well, I'm going to get one anyway. And I said, Mom, you can't go and produce something that isn't there. You just can't do it. So as I tried to tear myself off and get to my feet to tell her that there wasn't any, it hit me. She's been dead for almost a year. I thought, hey, she ain't here. And as I got ready to say, Mom, couldn't find her. My wife came by and said, "Who are you talking to?" I said, "My mother." And she goes, "What?" And she goes, "Oh, is that what I'm in for?" Next thing I knew, I sat down, and I swear it seems like I see like a shadow coming by. Now I know that sounds like Ghostbusters or sounds wacky and weird. And I have a hell of an imagination even without it. But that stuff does happen. That they talk about seeing weird things or weird stuff happening. Well, um, the sweats, absolutely, absolutely. I get the headache though too. Um, uh, it's awful. It's absolutely awful. And should it be spread? I, 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 I get it that people need ways to get back government going and work, and I think there should be. I'm for that actually, but not like this. I'm for winter too, but not without a coat. That to me seems kind of stupid. Um, Tighten down the batches, help your neighbor, if without getting it. I don't know what to tell you, except I know this. I believe you'll get it too. At some point in time, I think it's impossible to escape it. I think that we need help. I am completely speechless because I've overcome so many things. I've overcome so many things. But I guess every now and then you're going to have a brick wall. This right now is my brick wall. I am sorry for asking for help. I don't know what to do. If anybody has any advice, I know how to chew nails and I know how to spit them out. I've had old Reaper in bed with me many times. I don't know how to get out of this one. Please let me know what you think. And if you call me a dumbass, I'll understand. If you say get up and fight harder, I agree. Maybe this is what brought me to my knees after all the other crap I've been through. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but I think in this case, your words are going to help me, one way or the other. If anything, if some people think I'm a wimp, might make me fight harder. See ya.